Hi everyone, how are you? So welcome to my YouTube channel. I normally go live on Instagram, but we're trying something new for the new year, going into the new year. So how many of you have purchased a rug with the plan of redecorating, freshening up a space, bringing in some new decor items, or maybe it's matter of function? You finally found the perfect rug with the perfect colors and the perfect size. Shopping for rugs is a big deal and they are quite expensive. So you finally get your rug. So what's next? You want to paint the room, right? And you should purchase the rug first because they make a great jumping off point. They're a great inspiration piece to pull colors from to help inform your wall and trim colors. So this is a common question I get because if you're new to my channel, if you're new to what I do, we are all about the color science. And it's kind of an interesting story. If you feel like it, you can go watch some of my Instagram stories going way back. But we talk about the handheld color measurement devices like this NYX or the NYX Mini. And really super short, it's the Paint Store Made Portable. So what I show you how to do is how to use this device, which is the Paint Store Made Portable, to measure whatever you want. And we are pulling essentially the paint colors from whatever your inspiration piece or your jumping off point is. And I get a lot of questions from my students about if you can measure something. I have an online color training program called the 4 Pillars of Color. It's over at campchroma.com. And I teach you how to be an architectural color consultant using the science of color, leveraging and optimizing the same color system that every industry you can name uses to make and manufacture colors like this rug. So the color answers are already in your textiles, already in the rug, already in the flooring colors or the cabinet color. We just need a way to lift that color information, to copy it, and that's what these devices do. So right now, I'm going to show you how I copied or lifted this color of green from this rug. All you have to do is line up the aperture of the device with the color that you're targeting in whatever it is that you're measuring. And for this this particular example, I used the NYX L. It's a Spectro L, and it's a spectrophotometer. It's kind of expensive. I'll put a link down here in the comments. So if you want to go check it out, you can. It's an affiliate link. It's about $300 or $400 now, I think. But it's a spectrophotometer, and it is a higher level color tool for color professionals. This is a NYX Mini 3. This is under $100. I'll have a link for that too. And it's a colorimeter, but it will do the same thing. It has an aperture. You just line up the aperture with whatever it is that you want to measure. And then we use an app that goes with these devices. It's the same app, whether you're using the NYX Mini colorimeter or the Spectro L spectrophotometer. It's called the NYX Toolkit. And I'll show you on my phone. So really quickly. It looks like this when we launch it, and then you just connect your device, which I'm going to go ahead and do, show you how quick it is. And then I just select the device I want to use, the NYX Spectro L, which is this one, and see it light up a little bit. I'll let you know that it's connecting, and it is connected. And that's it. That's all you do. And so what I did was I lined the aperture up with this color of green, and I used the app, single scan, and I measured it. And this is what it looks like. I printed out a big sheet so you can see what the app looks like. This is what it looks like on the app. And I'm looking for this number, 174 degrees. This is the definition, the numeric definition of the color of green in this rug. And then I can take that hue angle, is what it's called, that 174 degrees in the app. Let me show it to you again. 174 degrees. That tells me what hue family this color of green belongs to. And when we look at 174 degrees on my color wheel, it shows you right where we are in color space. We're right down here. This is the kind of green it is. Okay, so now we've used a color measurement tool, the Paint Store Made Portable, to lift all of the color information and details about this color of green. And we have its numeric description, which is 174 degrees in color space, right? And my color wheel, the Color Stratus color wheel, is the only color wheel that decodes the information that all of these apps display. So 174 degrees, we'll call it 175 degrees. You can find that on my color wheel. My finger's right on it, I think, right over here. And yeah, so that's how you know what kind of green it is. As far as how these devices work, it doesn't matter what the lighting situation is, because when you line up your aperture, it has its own light source in there, and it blocks out all the ambient light. So it's like 5:30 in the afternoon here, and the lighting's not that great, but it doesn't matter because these devices have their own balanced light source that they shine down on whatever it is that we're measuring, and it blocks out all ambient light. So it doesn't matter what's around it. It doesn't matter what the lighting's like. It doesn't matter. You can do it in the dark. And so when the device shines its light source down on this color of green, that light reflects back up into the device, and the device, the computer inside the device, translates that energy that it just measured from that color into these data values. These data values are LCH. This is the lightness value. This is the chromaticity. And again, this is the hue angle. So it gives you 3 specific definitions and descriptions of this color of green that we measured. Tells me how light or dark it is in a numeric value. It tells me how colorful it is in a numeric value, which is the chroma. And of course, that hue angle that we talked about, it's the green hue family in color space. So this is a much more efficient and direct way to figure out and find the perfect green paint color that actually aligns perfectly with this particular green from this jumping off point. This is the way color experts do it. We leverage the color system and processes that are in place to make and manufacture color in the first place. Hey, Peggy, Hannah, nice to see you guys. I can see comments, by the way. I'm streaming live from StreamYard, and it's a completely different situation than on Instagram, so it can be a lot more interactive. So that's what I did to get these 2 colors of green. One is from Sherwin-Williams, and it is called Hunt Club. And then the other one is from Benjamin Moore, and it is called Ocean Tropic. And when I hold it up to the rug, you can see just how perfect they align, right? So you have a choice. Both of them would work. I personally like the Ocean Tropic better, but now you know exactly which samples to purchase. So you can either get a sampleized sample or get a sample from the store, test them in your house to see how they look. So, it took me less than 10 minutes to do this. You might be asking, well, how did you figure out that both of these paint colors had the same hue family as the measurement that we took in the app? I'm going to show you that. It's the paint color DNA table. So this whole process will take, 5 or 10 minutes at the most. And it's so much more efficient than like flipping through a fan deck. Can you imagine? Would you ever find this perfect green out of all of these choices, just trying to eyeball it? And that's why professional color consultants don't do it this way. This is a green from Sherwin-Williams. Same situation. How many fan decks would you have to flip through trying to find the perfect green, the right green that you're trying to pull from your inspiration piece. The only way to do it is with a device like this. And that's why professional color consultants, professional color experts are able to create the kind of color schemes and palettes that have that wow factor. We're leveraging the same color system that's used to make the color in the first place. So moving on, we're not flipping through the fan deck. We've measured the color. I've gotten the actual numeric description, the lightness of this green, the chromaticity of this green, and the hue angle of this green. So I showed you the result. We kind of went forward. I showed you, where we ended up and how we got here and why we want to do it this way as opposed to flipping through. So let's fill in that middle part now. How did I find these particular greens, these specific greens? And the answer is the paint color DNA table. And I'm going to show you the paint color DNA table because I can share my screen here on YouTube. But you see this list of 6 colors. There are only 6 colors in existence that are in the same hue family range as the green in this carpet. Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, and PPG Paints are the only 3 brands that had colors of green that aligned with this rug. And let's see, Benjamin Moore had 3, Sherwin-Williams had 1, and PPG had 2. So when you think about it that way, this is the only color in all of Sherwin-Williams that is an option to go with this rug. How long would it have taken you to figure that out if you were just trying to eyeball it? And that's why we don't. So in the paint color DNA table, I can take the numbers from the app and input them in the filters at the top of the table. And it instructs the paint color DNA table to only show me the colors in the same hue family range as my target. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm adding my screen to the video, so you should be able to see it. And I can go back to the screen and I can show you what I did. So we're at the top of the table in the filters. And this lightness value is the same as the L value, the first number in the app. So that number was 27.6. So for the filter in the paint color DNA table, I wanted to get a range around that 27, 28 number. So I told the table to search in a range between 10 and 50. I wanted to see a lot of colors, different lightnesses of this color of green to give me options. The chroma value was 13.8. So in the chroma filter on the table, I told it using this operation to show me all of the colors with a chroma between 10 and 15 because my target had a chroma of 13.8, right? So I gave the table a lightness range based on the measurements from the app. I gave the table a chroma range to include the chroma from the app from this green. And last but not least, the filter for the hue angle. The hue angle is coming in at 175. So for a range in hue angle, I said, hey, paint color DNA table, show me all the greens within a range of 170 to 180 because 175 is in the middle, right? So there's a little bit of numbering going on, but there's no math. It's just ranges. And so when I hit the search button, these are the results. We have Verdigris from Benjamin Moore, Hunt Club from Sherwin-Williams, which is one that I pulled. Garden Cucumber was another option from Benjamin Moore. Smoky Emerald from PPG. Ocean Tropic, which is my favorite option from Benjamin Moore. And last but not least is Sea Glass from PPG. I would have pulled that sea glass one too, but I don't have an architectural kit from PPG to show you a nice big chip. But I would definitely have gotten a sample from Sample Eyes for sea glass from PPG. And in the paint color DNA table, it's really easy to do that. Over here, clear on the right is the Sample Eyes column. And if you click on Try It, the link will take you directly to the page, in this case, the Sample Eyes page, to get a sample of sea glass. So, yeah, you can, it opens a new window for you. So I don't know if you guys could see that when I did it or not, but I'm going to share this tab instead. So this is what it looks like when you get to Sample Eyes if I wanted to get a sample of sea glass. And again, I can do it directly from the Paint Color DNA table just by clicking Try It. So yeah, that's how we ended up. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So that's how I ended up with these two colors, and that's how quick and easy it is. Does it take a little bit of practice using the operation at the top of the table? Maybe a little, but let me tell you, if you scroll all the way up to the top on the table, it says tutorial. And if you click open the tutorial and scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see this light blue line here with 2 zeros in it. And this is my favorite operation. This whole tutorial walks you through how to use the filters. And all you have to do is paste that filter. I didn't copy it. All you have to do is highlight it, copy it, and then paste it into the filter. You don't have to type it out. And then just change the zeros to the numeric range that you want. And again, for this particular one, we did from 10 to 50 is what I think we had in there. But yeah, and inside the filter, if you hover over these little question marks, I have micro tutorials for you. So you can get a quick little micro tutorial on how to use the filters at the top of the table. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that now. So that's how quick and easy it is to, find your precise paint color that you have in mind. We can do the same with the whites. I did that, but I didn't. I can do the same with the whites. Yes, we can. I didn't pull the chips, but I can show you what that looks like. Let me go over to the whites and I can share this tab and add it to stage. And then I can go over here and I can scroll down and show you the colors of white that are in the same range as the white in this rug. I would probably pull cloud white. This had a measurement of 110, 111. And in the filter, I didn't mess around with the lightness or the chroma values because I could use the shortcut box just by clicking the off-white check mark here. But I did have to tell it what hue angle to focus on for the off-whites. And again, when I measured the off-white in the rug, it was coming in around 110 and 111. So the range, the instructions that I gave the table for hue angle for the white was 100 to 115. And then I clicked, my off-white shortcut box here, and I clicked the search button, and these are the results. And really, I know the color cloud white, and it would be fabulous with the green that I chose, which is Ocean Tropic. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I'm finding my footing on YouTube Live because this is brand new for me. Being able to share my screen and all the things. So let me take a look at comments. Let me see. Lori, the training on how to compare colors. I think I can show it to everybody. Lori, the training on how to compare colors is so valuable. Thank you. You are welcome. Peggy says that top says Happy Christmas or Happy Camper. I would take both. Happy Christmas Chroma Camper. It does. It says Happy Camper. I usually wear a Happy Camper t-shirt on Fridays. And my course is the 4 Pillars of Color on campchroma.com. So that's why it says Happy Camper. Okay, does anybody have any other questions or comments? I can see them all. So yeah, well, that's all I have for you tonight. How to pull color from a rug. And just because it's highly textured, doesn't really matter. You just have to be strategic about how you line the aperture of your device up. Actually, on this particular one, there was a nice big chunk of green that I ended up with on the edge. So I was able to get a nice big piece of it. I don't know if I can find it or not, but you have to be strategic about finding an area to measure. And that's how I did it for the rug. I can't find it, but that's what I did. There isn't a bigger piece of green down here at the bottom. Okay. All right. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Have a good one. Bye.